Welcome in, H-Town. You are now tuned in to The Solid Grip, coming to you live at 5, and we got some wonderful things to talk about. Y'all stay tuned right after this here. Welcome in, H-Town. You are now tuned in to The Solid Grip, coming to you live at 5. No time for jive. I'm your host, J.R. Wilson. Alongside me, Ping Wilson. And look here, we got some hot sizzling things to talk to you about today. A lot has gone on in the NFL. We missed y'all, man. We ain't been on here in a couple of weeks. We had a lot of birthdays this week. For me, whose birthday is in December, I have a family line of birthdays in October. My father's is the 19th. My eldest son is the 21st. My mother's is the 22nd. And my youngest son's birthday is the 27th. So you can imagine it's been a busy last couple of weeks. But we back in this thing, The Solid Grip, coming to you live at 5. Everybody that's watching or everyone that will watch, we thank you so much. There's one thing you need to know in life if you ain't learned anything else, that this show is the flavor for your wings, the barbecue sauce for your ribs, and the sugar for your Kool-Aid, not your tank. Don't get it twisted or misconstrued. So we're going to get fresh off into this thing. Pop, first of all, man, how you doing? Love the fedora hat, man.
Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Rich. Rich, you left out a couple of people, man, but that's okay. You left out your auntie. Her birthday was on the 8th, and then your twin cousins, Alicia and Akar, birthday was on the 21st. And hey, guys, let me not forget this, okay? My man, my partner in crime, J.R. Wilson, is about to have another little boy. How about that, man?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Matter of fact, I put that up on here, man. A new member to the Wilson squad. Look, I think that in my mind, I wanted to have a baby girl, right? I got 2 boys already, and I wanted to mix it up a little bit, get a girl. Quick story: I was at a carnival with my boys and my wife, and we were in line, and there was a lady there. It's an older lady, and she had a granddaughter with her. And when we were about to go on the ride, she clinged tight. We was talking with her grandmother. We was conversing, having discourse, and she clinged tight to my leg. And she was like, can you take me in and can you hold my hand? And now, mind you, I didn't know the little girl, but in my mind, I was like, girl, I will put my life on the line for you right now. You understand? So, I'm ready to be somebody's have daddy's little girl or whatever, but that didn't happen. I'm having a boy. I'm happy about it. We actually have his name too. We are going to name him. As of now, that could change, but it's going to be Priest Levi Wilson.
How about that?
Yeah, man. That? Yeah, something different. Something different. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. PLW. So yeah, man. So yeah, that's that little thing, man. I just wanted to put in there on y'all, man. Hey, share this link with your people, with your partners, with your family. I forgot to put that up there for y'all, man. It's going to be scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Subscribe to this channel. Make sure that you hit that little bell so you don't miss a thing from The Solid Grip. You understand what I'm saying? Because we coming with these hot sizzling things. You just stick with us. Keep your ear to the Solid Grip, and I promise you, we're going to keep on bringing you this hot fire that we do as father and son. So let's get straight off into this thing, Pop. This was a very interesting week, to say the least, about the NFL. A lot of games that went on were very exciting games, and there were some things that happened that were very unexpected. And I want to start real quick and kind of rapid fire through these, but New Orleans against Carolina. Now, I expected New Orleans to win the football game, but Carolina, they look really good, man. They're being coached very well. The defense wasn't about anything at the beginning of the season, but they've shaped up. That the offensive guy, I can't think of his name right now, but he's a candidate to be the coach of the Houston Texans for the 2021 season in their own. He's done a really good job with that offense. Teddy Bridgewater's looking good in that offense. And I was surprised about how close the game was. I just knew the Saints would blow them out of the water, Pop. And so, I mean, I don't know if you got an opportunity to watch that game, and I didn't catch the whole thing, man, but, Carolina had them on the ropes, man.
Yeah, I got to give Carolina a little more credit than I've been giving them. I wasn't real high on the coach and stuff, but I mean, hey, man, somebody reminded me that this guy was at Temple Temple was 1-9, and he turned it around and to 10-1. He went to Baylor. They were 1-9. He turned it around, and they won the Big 12 Conference Championship. So, hey, man, kudos to these guys. And, of course, Teddy Bridgewater is a veteran quarterback. He's been in the league some years and stuff, and he knows how to win, man. So, hey, kudos to them. They gave the Saints a run for their money. And I tell you what, man, that division is tightening up, except Atlanta. I can't figure them out to save my life and stuff. But
I don't think anybody can figure them out right now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Atlanta, man. And I mean, speaking of Atlanta, man, I mean, they dropped another one, man. They lost another one. Man, the offense is there, man. It's just, they're very much like the Houston Texans right now, man. They are just completely falling apart, and nobody knows exactly where it is. No one can pinpoint what the issue is. Like a rare cancer that hasn't been dealt with that both of us are dealing with. And that's Atlanta, man, because Jesus, their offense is so talented. Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones, Matty Ice. I mean, man, they squad is good. They got a decent offensive line. I just don't know, man. They got some kind of curse on them or something, man. I don't know what, if some football curse, man. But yeah, man, they dropped another one. They're 1-6. They've gotten rid of their coach. Same thing with us. When Dan Quinn got fired, they were galvanized the team and they won a football game last week. But then they came right back down and lost. Same thing that we did. And so, yeah, man, I don't know what's going on with Atlanta, man. But I will say this: I'm very impressed with Tom Brady, man. I got to tell you, because honestly, Pop, I didn't think that he would really be the great Tom Brady that he's been, not because of his age, but because he's been in a system for 20 years and he hasn't been in any other system, and he's had a great quarterback like Bill Belichick that's been, the incumbent there for a long time. A lot of those games that were won on the back and of the mind of Bill Belichick. So I didn't think Tom Brady would thrive. And even in the first couple of weeks with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I didn't think he would thrive. But you know what happened there? Something I wish Deshaun would have. He has a coach that tells him his poop stinks. The very first week, man, when he threw that pick six, Bruce Arians came out, was like, hey, he made a bad call. There was a bad read. The read should have went here. He threw it there. You're not supposed to throw the out route when you got the screen that we throwing. You should have threw it to the screen. Bad decision. Like you said that about the almighty Tom Brady. That's blasphemy to Bostonians. You know what I mean? To all the New England state and all those who love Tom Brady. But, man, they beat the brakes off of the Las Vegas Raiders. And I said it right that time. I thought I was going to say Oakland. But they beat the brakes off of him, man. And Tom Brady looks great. That offense is firing off. And really wants to kind of – I should have mentioned them last so we could segue into Antonio Brown. But we'll talk about him here in a minute. But Gronk looked really good. I thought he was done. He hasn't looked great this season. But, I mean, how they did Green Bay last week and how they did Las Vegas, they looking real good, Pop.
Totally agree with you, man. And please – I know we're probably going to talk about this down the road, but please, Texans, don't trade JJ to them, okay? They've accumulated enough talent, okay? Enough for them to win a Super Bowl. If you trade him, hey, man, send him up there in our country, man, with his brothers and stuff, man, so they can all maybe enjoy winning a Super Bowl together in the next couple of years. But totally agree with you on Tampa Bay. Brady looks great and stuff, and like you say, they're going to add another weapon.
They about to add another weapon, and we'll talk about him in just a minute, man. But another thing, man, speaking of Tom Brady, let's segue into New England, man. New England got the brakes beat off of them by a busted up, injury-filled San Francisco 49er team who's just being coached great by Kyle Shanahan. Again, reminds me of the hope that I have of wishing that we got a coach like that, man, who is coaching games where his quarterback is not playing well. He's lost two of his best defenders for the entire season. And yet, man, he's still not only beating people, he's beating the brakes off of them. He beat the brakes off of New England. And I just, kudos to the 49ers. But, man, Cam Newton does not look good, Pop. I got to tell you, man. And I was excited for him that he got another opportunity to come out and shine and be the Cam Newton that we know that he can be. And he's not getting it done, Pop. He's not looking good. He's not seeing well. I don't know, man. When he's dropping back, he's not seeing well. He's not reading well. It's almost like he's just guessing, man, playing a guessing game, and the people on the other side of the field that's playing defense, they playing the knowing game, and they picking them off, man. I think he's thrown like 7 interceptions in the last 3 games. It's ridiculous, but yeah, man, they got the brakes beat off of them, Pop. And I don't know if New England can recover from this, but do you think the honeymoon phase is over for Cam Newton and the New England Patriots?
Yeah, I do, man. I mean, I feel bad for Cam because he's taking it really hard and stuff, but hey, that's one of the reasons Brady left. I mean, Brady just don't have the talent, man. I mean, Edelman is your best receiver and stuff. I mean, he's 99 years old, man, and I mean,
yeah,
I guess the thing too, man, about the Patriots, I'm disappointed in their defense, man. I mean, Tom Brady didn't play no defense and stuff. Gronkowski didn't play defense, and I mean, their defense looked terrible. I mean, Gilmore, who was an NFL Defensive Player of the Year, man, looked like he ought to be on the trade block or something, man. So I mean, it's a collective thing, man. And hey, Brady's getting the last laugh. I mean, I don't care who you are, man. You can't make chicken soup out of chicken manure. So Belichick, you if you can pull this off, brother, I mean, hey, you more than just a wizard.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And let's move along, man. I don't even know if we should talk about this game, but Kansas City beat the brakes off of Denver. But I think the one thing that I want to say about that game is, Pop, is that Patrick Mahomes did not have a good game, man. He really didn't. But they had a pick.
You don't really need to, man. I mean, look at him. They loaded, man. I mean, my
loaded.
Goodness, they had Le'Veon Bell and stuff. Hell, he hadn't had a 16-yard run since he was in left Pittsburgh. I mean, I'm being facetious and stuff, but I mean, come on, man. I mean, now they got a great running attack, and I mean, you can throw the ball to him and the other running back out of the backfield and stuff. I mean, Patrick Mahomes could just rest until he got to. He got to throw the football. He can still throw it. I mean, ain't no doubt about that. But, hey, I just think that, hey, man, why have to risk dropping back throwing when you can hand it off to the running backs that can get you 5 and 6 yards a clip?
And I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire is 4th in the league in rushing, man. So, I mean, Patrick Mahomes don't have to drop back and throw 4, 5, 6 touchdowns a game. And,
exactly.
As exciting as that is, you want to see him play that game. He don't have to. I mean, they had a pick 6 on defense. They had a kick return. I think Miko ran one back on the kick return. And Patrick Mahomes really didn't do a whole lot. And they routed Denver 43-16, man. So they still a threat to be dealt with in the AFC and in the entire NFL for that matter. So moving along, man, to Jacksonville and the Chargers, man, look, I don't know if the honeymoon phase is over with Minshew Mania, but I think that we can see his ceiling, and I think that he's a decent quarterback. He's better than Brock Osweiler. You know what I mean? But that organization has completely fallen apart, and I don't know if it's his game that is connected to that, because I think that he's a viable quarterback. To me, I think that he's a viable quarterback, but man, he has limited weapons. He has limited ability to do certain things because the team is just not where it's supposed to be, yet he's still in games. You ain't gonna just beat him. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna just run him over. You got to beat him. And then you got this guy in for the Chargers, man, who came out of Oregon, who's looking like he might be something, Pop. I don't know how you feel about that, but he doing something, man. He's looking like he's standing tall in the pocket. He's making throws. He's running. I mean, I don't see him do much of, reading defenses, but right now they ain't got him figured out yet, man, and he's winning football games.
Rich, you always talk about once players do that and stuff till they get some tape on, so they got some tape on Minshew now, and so, hey, man, he going back into what he was, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just like with Duck. When we had Duck last year, I mean, they better break out Duck, man, stuff, man. Tape on Duck, man. And I'm telling you, man, he had to wag his tail on out of Pittsburgh. I'm just calling a spade a spade, man. Listen, man, Jacksonville Jaguars are either waiting for the boy from Michigan or the boy from Ohio State. Trust me, okay? They didn't bide in their time and stuff. Listen, man, I mean, this league is a quarterback-driven league, okay? This is a quarterback-driven league. And if you don't have a good one, you are in trouble, man. I don't care who you are, okay? I mean, we just talked about New England, okay? They don't have Brady no more. And I love Cam and stuff, but Cam ain't getting it done, man. And if you don't have a top-flight quarterback in this league, you're in trouble. That's why it's so confusing to me what's really going on with the Texans and what's really going on with Atlanta, man. I mean, because come on, man. I mean, I know what's with the Texans. I mean, and we can segue to that another time and stuff, but it's not Deshaun Watson. Okay, he's doing what he's supposed to do. Okay, the Texans got another problem, and we'll talk about that when we get to them.
Yeah, man, they do, and we definitely will, man. But there's a few things. Look, the Buffalo, Jets game. I really don't want to talk about, man. That ain't nothing to talk about. I don't even know if anyone watched the game, even the people that was there, man. Right. Buffalo has been relegated back to Buffalo again because, you got that momentum, man, and you lost it. You lost it. So the Mafia out there, man, they've been relegated back to who they was. But there's one game in particular, man, that I wanted to pick out and talk about, man, and that's Cleveland and Cincinnati. Now, first of all, I've been out on Baker Mayfield. I really have, man, because you just don't know what you're gonna get from this guy. But man, he just keep fighting, man. I mean, I was watching that game yesterday. I think the first 6 passes were incomplete. And matter of fact, the very first pass he threw was an interception, man. I believe he did that 2 games in a row. Man, he came back. I want to say he threw like 22 passes complete in a row. Threw for 5 touchdowns, man. Came back and won the game 37-34. I mean, that's how you play like a beast, like a monster, man. But he's not the star of the show, believe it or not, even though they won the game, even though he came back. He not the star of the show. He just bought himself another week with that performance, maybe 2 weeks, because they about ready to put Case Keenum out there to take snaps, man. Shout out to Case Keenum, man. I know he's still working, man. God is providing for that man. But man, this guy Joe Burrow, man, I think I was all wrong about him, Pop, when we had our draft party on here, man, and on the Solid Grip. I was wrong about this guy, man. This guy he is a beast, man. He is a beast, man. I think he's averaging like 340 yards per game as a rookie. Wow. I mean, the last 5 games, he's thrown 300 plus yards every game. He threw for 450 yesterday. You know what I mean? I think 3 touchdowns and maybe 2 interceptions. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I mean, man, he is a tough cookie, man. He's a tough cookie. And look out, Pop. Cleveland is on y'all tail, man. And they on Baltimore's tail, man. They not going down without a fight. So, yeah, man, that was a really good game, Pop. I don't know if you got a chance to check it out, man, but I really think Joe Burrows is the truth.
All right, Rich. Let's pop the brakes, okay? All right, Joe Burrows is the real deal.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I lost you, Pop. I lost you. I don't know where he went, y'all, but I'm gonna keep this thing going. Hey, for the people in here, man, that's watching, appreciate you. Roy, what's up, baby? Let me put you on. He said, I don't know what y'all talking about. I just hopped on, but we trash. Oh, don't worry. We'll get to those Texans here in a few ticks. Okay. And yes, we are trash, BFI, allied waste, not worthy to be in the green recycling bin. You understand? We will discuss.
All right, Rich, I'm sorry about that, man. I had a phone call and knocked me out. Okay. Let me just finish what I was saying. Okay.
Okay.
Joe Burrows is the real deal. When he gets some players around him, and if I'm the Cincinnati organization, I clean house. Okay, yeah. All them sorry wide receivers they got, hey, AJ Green included, get them out of Dodge. Okay, now Baker, Mayfield, Rich, that was against the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay, and if they climbing up our butts, we come to Cleveland and we're gonna unleash that roar on your butt again, like we did in Pittsburgh. Okay, Dupree and Watt coming to get your butt. So I ain't worried about them. I'm worried about them Ravens, them Baltimore Ravens, and we coming after them Sunday, man. Okay, but no, I mean I give Baker his credit, but hey, do it against the Ravens, do it against us. As a matter of fact, do it against the Texans. Okay, the Texans going up there in 2 weeks. Do it against the Texans. I'm willing to bet you the Texans go up there and scrap that butt.
Yeah, and let's talk about Pittsburgh, man. And I mean, look, man, Pittsburgh is quietly the silent killers, the silent assassins, I'm gonna call them this year, because nobody's really been talking about Pittsburgh the way Pittsburgh is used to being talked about in the media. No one's really been talking about them, but man, they have really, really stepped their game up. That offense is lethal. I mean, it is dangerous. It is absolutely dangerous. I don't know what happened right here. I don't know if you can hear that, but some music started playing in the background. We got to get that up out of here. Did you hear that music playing? Oh, you probably can't hear it on your end. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened, y'all, but look. Anyways, Pittsburgh. Oh, okay, here we got him back. We got him back. I don't know what happened. Hey, Pop, you there?
I'm there, Rich. I'm sorry about that, man.
Yeah, but Pittsburgh, man, that offense is absolutely lethal. I mean, it's dangerous. It's wonderful to see. Who thought Chase Claypool would be as good as he is? And he's making Juju good again because, Juju can't do that by himself. He needs someone on the other end that's getting attention. You mentioned to me earlier, man, that Chase Claypool only had one catch for negative yardage. And Juju, he ended up going off. But why? Because you got the formula. You got the formula for Juju to go off. And they went off on the Titans. Go ahead.
And then add Deontay Johnson, who's a dynamic young receiver too. And hey, man, me and a friend of mine was talking about this yesterday, man. Deontay Johnson was a 3rd round pick, man, out of Ohio, which the Steelers weren't real high on. But the former Steeler receiver coach who passed away begged the organization. He told the organization, he said, "Trust me, give me 3 years with this young man, and I'll make him as good as Antonio Brown." And I'm telling you, Rich, the boy got some Antonio Brown in him, man. So you put the 3 of them together, and don't even mention James Washington, okay?
Right.
And he didn't have a catch yesterday. You have to throw Ebron in there. So, yeah, I mean, I got to agree with you, Rich. The Steelers' offense is beginning to come together, and it's because of number 7, man. I'm sorry, man. I mean, it's just about a quarterback, man.
It is.
Because trust me, the Tennessee came back on them yesterday. The defense is mad as they mad as I don't know what, man, because they feel like, hey, man, we got a 20-point lead and stuff, and we let these guys come back. But that offense, man, can just move the ball and stuff, man. And so, that's a good thing. One day, because there are going to be days when your defense don't play well. There are going to be days when your offense don't play well. But when you got a combination of a pretty talented defense and a pretty talented offense, you got a shot. The Kansas Cities and the Baltimores of the world know that you're going to be in there with them, slugging it out to see who goes to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man. And the thing about it is Pittsburgh gave them every opportunity to get back in the game. I mean, Big Ben threw 3 picks in that game, man. But
we got some leaks on our defense, especially on the back end and stuff, man. But that front,
well, you lost your middle linebacker, Pop. You lost him for the year, man. But that's not. I don't think that's the important thing as far as the defense is concerned about the holes, because the biggest thing that you all have that's still intact is you held up the best running back in the league right now to 75 yards. You held him under 100. Okay, with 20 carries, that's less than 4 yards per carry, right? And you held him. And when you hold them, I like Ryan Tannehill, but I think people are giving this man too much respect. You would not be he's been great. Like over the last, I think it was 19 games. He has like 35 touchdowns to 7 interceptions.
Exactly.
But if Derrick Henry is not there, you're not doing that. You're not putting up them kind of numbers. Are you kidding me?
Not doing it, Rich.
At all. So I mean, here's the thing, man. Look, when y'all straightened Derrick Henry right up, had him standing up. You know what I'm saying? And he couldn't get nowhere, man. And the defense might have some holes in it. What defense doesn't have holes in it, right? Even though Tampa Bay's defense looking real good. Go ahead.
When you bring them hats, though, Rich, they were bringing them hats on him, though, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Them linebackers and stuff. They was punching him, man, in his chest, man. And so I know one time down on the goal line, the ball replaced Devin Bush. I can't think of his name. I mean, he punched him, man. And I'm talking about Henry did not make another inch, man. So that's what you got to do, man. Got to bring them hats. You got to bring a lot of them, man.
Got to, man. And look, man, just a few more, man, I want to mention. I'm not going to mention all the games, man, because some of them wasn't worth mentioning. Obviously, man, the Texans, we played Green Bay. I thought we was going to play better. It looked like the offense was starting to really, crank up and ignite, man, and combust and turn into something possibly lethal. And I think that they will over time. It's going to take them time. But now that we 1-6, everybody's tired, and they tired of being tired. And I don't know if that development is going to happen, because at 1-6, you got to start making decisions, man. And I think that those decisions will be made. And we'll talk about that in a little bit, man, because I want to, talk about that further on, about how I feel about J.J. Watt, man. But I want to say this, Pop, man, before we move on from the NFL, that Arizona, man, watching them play, man, just I mean, every Houston Texan fan, man, every football fan, when you watch him, you just say, man, dang, what was Bill O'Brien thinking, man? He ran this doggone organization in the ground. I mean, ran it in the ground. Rod, I know you watching me, bro. I know you watching us, man. Bill O'Brien ran this organization right in the ground. I mean, he left it to the bottom pit, to the bottom of the pit, man. And where we scraping the bottom of the barrel, man, to let the number one receiver in an NFL go, and he is thriving. I mean, he's thriving, man, out there with Kyler Murray. Here it is, man. They beat a division foe, the Seattle Seahawks, who were undefeated. 37-34, man. And I just, man, Pop, it's difficult to deal with that, man. It is.
No, I understand, Rich, and I feel the same way you feel, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we gave up Antonio Brown, but we gave him up because he gave us up. Okay,
right?
He didn't want us no more. But I mean, there's no way, man. It's no way. We talking about a transitional player, man.
Right.
I mean, this guy gonna end up with 150 yards. I mean, 150 catches this year, man, for probably 1,800 yards, man. It's gonna be some crazy numbers because hey, Kyler Murray gonna look for him, man.
Yeah, I mean, and you got Larry Fitzgerald on the other end, so you can't, he's a vet, a seasoned vet that's still good, and you can't. And then they got that boy, what's the speedster's name? John Brown. Kirk Cameron. Yeah, man. John Brown is in Buffalo now, but Kirk Cameron, man, man, you know what? I tip my hat to DeAndre Hopkins, man. You made a great decision, bro. And you know what? I want to go on about this, but man, we 27 minutes in, man, and we still on NFL games. So, but Pop, man, let's transition to the World Series, man. Look, I gotta be honest with you, man. I'm gonna just tell you this up front. I know y'all see me with this New York Mets hat on. I wear it for two reasons. One, because it matches my blue shirt, and I got it for $5 out of Ross. Two, it's kind of a somewhat of a joke towards my old man, because I know that the rival team, right across the river is them Bronx Bombers, and so I'm wearing the Queen's hat right now. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm so tired of them Dodgers, man. I just, maybe it's just Cody Bellinger, man. I'm rooting for Tampa Bay, man, to come back and win this thing. The only reason I would want the Dodgers to win, and I'm gonna just be, and somebody can call this, it's not a race thing, but if Dave Roberts got won the pennant, you know what I mean? I don't know how many black skippers have won the pennant, and maybe if somebody's in here want to get in the comments at some point in time and put that information on here, but I don't know of any black skippers that have won the pennant. And so if he's the first or one of very few, I know I could say that, I would want it to happen on those grounds alone, because I can't stand hearing anything else about Los Angeles Dodgers, and even their fans have come out the woodworks in Houston. You know what I mean? So that's all I got to say about the World Series. Pop, you might want to go into detail, but Tampa Bay, go.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that, Rich. I mean, Mookie Betts. I mean, I like Mookie and stuff, man, and hey, I would love to see him get another one of his stuff, man, and. So, but that him and Roberts, that's it. And well, my late great mother and stuff was a Brooklyn Dodger fan, actually. Okay, back in those days of Jackie Robinson and stuff. But she's probably in heaven now, just cheering her in. Also, I'm happy for her.
Right, man. So, yeah, man. I want to briefly say this about Antonio Brown, man, because I want us to move on to BJ Johnson, man, so we can get on out of here and be with our families, man. But look, the rich are getting richer, man. It's unfortunate what happened to Antonio Brown, and I'm saying it as a black man. I'm saying it as a fan of sports. He should have never left Pittsburgh. He would have been a sure Hall of Famer if he'd have stayed in Pittsburgh. I know he's looking at the Steelers, seeing what they do. They're not gonna stop. They're gonna keep finding receivers just like they found you, Antonio. You know what I mean? The same thing, Le'Veon Bell, man. Like, those guys are expendable, man. Once the Steelers get their quarterback, man, they gonna build the right way. They're gonna build the offensive line, build the defensive line. and they always gonna find receivers. They've always found receivers as far
man.
back as I can go.
You know what I mean? As far back as I can go, Rich.
Yeah.
Who ever heard of John freaking Stallworth out of Alabama A&M? Okay,
right.
I think he's in the Hall of Fame now.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you heard of Lynn Swann because he played at the great USC.
Right.
But John freaking Stallworth. Okay, always they've always had great receivers. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, now, man, I just, I feel bad for the young brother because, I mean, it's taking a spiral. And I want to say, man, you have an opportunity right now, Antonio Brown. You finna go play for the greatest quarterback of all time. And you already know what it's like. You played with him for a couple of games in New England. Right. They're rolling right now in Tampa Bay. They could possibly win a World Series. So the city is on fire. Yep. They got the greatest quarterback of all time taking snaps. They got the greatest tight end of all time taking snaps. And you have an opportunity, man, to go in there, especially with one of their receivers are out, man, and just be your great self, Antonio Brown, man, and get back in it. Don't be Josh Gordon, man, who had all that talent and it just went to waste because he couldn't stop smoking weed. Don't let yourself be the reason that yourself gets in the way of you being what you're supposed to be in football. You're a great receiver, man. You're a great receiver. And I hope that you do well in Tampa Bay, man. But that's all I want to say about Antonio Brown. I think that if he keeps his nose clean, Pop, he's just cold, man. He works hard. I don't know if you ever seen his Instagram videos, man. That dude is constant. He is LeBron James times 2, man, when it comes to taking care of his body, man.
Ooh, don't say that too loud, man. I'm a boy Alan Dale, baby. Listen, man.
If not, he will be.
Don't say that too loud.
If not, he will be. Hey, real quick, I want to say this, Pop, before you say something. Y'all check out my man Alan Dale on the Americanst on YouTube. Subscribe to his channel. And if you go over there, tell him to prepare himself for a debate, because I think that there should be a debate between him and Mr. Ping Wilson. My counterpart for the Solid Grip, on who is the greatest of all time, LeBron James or Michael Jordan. So, Pop, man, if you got on anything on AB, man, speak now, forever hold your peace.
No, I don't, man. I just, when I just want to say a few words about my guy, man. And Rich, it's been the toughest thing that I've dealt with since I lost my mom, man. I mean, we just talked a couple of weeks ago, man, and we were actually supposed to get together, man, this weekend, man. And so, man, my shouts go out to his wife, man, Claudette. I mean, baby, when I saw you Saturday, you still look good, and you're holding up, baby. You were strong, and B would like that, because that's the kind of person that he was. He wouldn't want any tears and stuff, because he never cried. I mean, this guy, I don't care what airport we was in. I don't care what city we was in. We could be in Honolulu, Hawaii, and BJ knew everybody there. But that's the kind of person that he was, Rich. And, the thing about it, he's got a young son named Bijan. Bijan, hey, God's got your back, man. He's got you and Claudette and your stepsisters or your stepbrothers and stuff and sisters got y'all back, man. And so you guys continue to be strong. Just know that you're getting a lot of prayer. Okay, I know you guys got to go to Virginia next week for B's found resting place. And Claudette, you said something in the program. You said that, hey, you didn't go by yourself, darling. Half of me went with you. So, baby, just know that the other half will see him again. Okay, because I got some folks I'm looking forward to seeing again. And so, hey, all of us who have given our lives to Jesus Christ and who were born again, who have accepted him as our Lord and Savior, we're going to see our loved ones again. So, baby, you'll see him again. He's safely in Abraham's bosom.
Yeah, man. Sorry for your loss, Pop. Obviously, man, prayers, condolences go out to the family of BJ Johnson. This COVID is wicked. I actually want to say that before I get out of here, man, that y'all be safe out there.
Be safe.
This thing is growing again. People have gotten back to a place where they like, man, you know what? I'm going back to regular life. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather, live free and die than, to be cobbled up and bubbled up. You know what I mean? And that's dangerous, not towards just themselves, but to other people, man, that they come in contact with, man. So, y'all stay masked up out here, man. People really dying from it, man. My pop just lost 2 good friends, man, here recently. So, yeah, man, y'all be careful out there. And Pop, man, if it's anything you want to close us out with, man, and we'll get on about it here.
No, Rich, just to jump on your back with that COVID, man, it's escalating again, guys, and it's serious. And I see people, you know, even in my church and stuff, man, they're not masked up. Or if they get in church, they take their mask off. I don't take mine off, man. I leave it on. I mean, you know, hey, I'm afraid. I'm gonna run from this thing, and I'm a child of the King, okay? But hey, trust me, hey, I want to be around to see Chase Levi, okay? I want to see Chase Levi grow up with my other grandbabies. So hey, I'm gonna fight it as long as I can. I'm gonna stay away from it. I'm working on my body, trying to get myself in better condition and stuff like that, making my immune system stronger because we got the flu coming too. One other thing, gosh, my prayers go out to the people of Louisiana. Zeta is headed your way. Isn't that amazing, man? 5 storms that hit Louisiana in 1 year, man. So hey, y'all hunker down there in Louisiana, and hey, we'll keep you guys in our prayers.
Yeah, man. And look, y'all stay tuned, man. Individuals that got an opportunity to watch this episode, man, we will be live every Saturday at 4 p.m. unless otherwise said. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Also, like, subscribe, comment, and share this link with your people, with your partners, with your family. And understand that we're going to continue to do this thing. So y'all continue to tune in, stay with us, man. And I promise you, man, we're going to give you all of us in this, man. So for me, J.R. Wilson, for my father, Ping Wilson, we are the Solid Grip. Grace and peace to all y'all, man. Y'all take care.